friends, my beautiful people. So my story is, I rented a duplex. We owned it. So we bought a duplex. So we lived on one side, and then the other side we rented it out. So we have tenants. So on one side we live in there, and then I converted into a daycare space because I wanted to stay home with my kids, because you know how expensive daycare is. And I have 4 kids now, but at the time when I started I had 2, and so putting them in daycare was not a question. I couldn't do it, and me and my husband think it would be a great idea. So I've always thought that I wanted to just start a daycare, because I've worked in a daycare center and a daycare in home for one of my friends that are now longtime friends. She showed me how to start it, like from her perspective, and how she did it, how she ran it. I was her TA, or a teacher assistant, and I was also the teacher that was teaching her class. So I want to say it was where I started was I was working at daycare in home, and then I thought that was such an amazing idea, and I wanted to start a daycare, and I wanted to teach. I wanted to be in that career choice. I was a medical assistant for 6 years, and I loved that part of it, except that I really wanted to be home with my kids. I wanted to teach kids. I wanted to make a difference in children's lives. So this is what I chose, is to convert my house into a daycare, which is downstairs was the daycare room, and it was wonderful. It turned out amazing. I had several parents. I have a lot of people that are we are still connected due to that, because we are now friends, because they all grew out of my program and are went into school. So I grew a lot of relationship from that, and I stay in touch with all of my students. But right now, we've sold the house in 2019 of December, and then we went to live and I had to close my daycare, and then from there I did do a little bit of watching kids at my house, where I was living in an apartment, because we wanted to figure out what we wanted to do next as far as buying a house or what we want to do, and we're saving up for that. Okay, so from there, we decided we came and moved in with my mom, and so because we had a lot of family that we had some issues with. I lost some family members in 1 year, so it's been a difficult year last year. So we are now with my mom, and we are trying to get back on our feet and figuring out what we want to do as far as where we want to live, and also be here for my mom. But our next step is I am officially, and we did do a daycare and preschool in her house, and licensed. But now it's time for where COVID-19 hit. So I've lost a lot of my students due to that. But from my experience, it's been a very roughy time right now due to losing all my students because of COVID-19. A lot of parents are no longer working. So I have switched into doing preschool. So I am transitioning of getting out of daycare officially, and be doing preschool. Due to a lot of changes with the governor's rules and regulations and policy and CDC rules, I've just left it and decided to change it and just keep it online. So I am now teaching online, and also I am doing my own program called Junior Einstein Preschool Online. Follow me there. And also I am teaching on OutSchool, and I'm teaching on and I'm doing Kid Pass as well. So if you guys are interested in any classes, please sign up and enroll your children, because I am teaching. Yay. And to wrap it up, I also am going to homeschool, so this is why it's so flexible. It's such an amazing opportunity for me to teach online, and when I can teach because I have to homeschool my kids this year, because you don't know, not all the kids are going to school this year or going back to the classroom. Will be online. So guys, don't forget, subscribe, like, and thumbs up and notification. Bye guys.